Good afternoon. I'm in the Snowy Mountains of New South Wales, so I'm doing some different shopping today. I had a delivery here where I'm staying of some boxes, 6 boxes in total, and they were left outside all stacked up like a tower. And this is from Alpha Fresh Groceries in Canberra. I looked at Woolworths, and Woolworths deliver once a week to the Snowy Mountains villages, and it's $16 to $18 per delivery. And then I looked at Alpha Fresh, and they deliver twice a week on their way down to the south coast and then back up to Bateman's Bay and Braidwood. And they stop in places like Nimmitabel and along the way twice a week for only $6. And I've used them before, especially when I've been down here during the COVID lockdown times. And I wasn't planning to stay here for a long time, but it just turned out that way. And it's fine that I'm here. It's a beautiful place. So I needed some fruit and veggies. And otherwise you have to drive half an hour into Cooma and all sorts of things. So I did an order. And this is about $100 of fruit, veggies and some milk. So let's slowly open up our delivery. During COVID lockdown, I stayed down here for a bit. And I asked the state MP at the time, John Barilaro, if he can request Woolworths to do deliveries to homes. And then it happened. After I asked for that, they started doing Woolworths deliveries around the Snowy Mountains. And it was a good idea because we had all those restrictions during COVID. And I'd written to John Barilaro, and then they started it. So that was good. And also Alpha Fresh, they started stopping in Nimmitabel when I asked them to. And also one other group called NASA, NASA, they have a Facebook page. They do deliveries in this region, and you can have home delivery or you pick up from the town centre. So they had some good sales on. I always have a look at their sales. They had pumpkin on sale, so I got 3 types of pumpkin, and that's fresh from Canberra this morning. And I'm not sure where I'm going to put all this, but that's one box. And we've got the silver beet and the pears and some more sweet potato. They often pop in some extra sweet potato. And then we have another box. Whoop. 1 minute there. These are some greens I ordered. Some lettuce and some cauliflower. That looks good. There's some broccoli. One thing you can't buy in Nimmitabel is fresh greens and fresh fruit. So if I'm here, I often get a delivery. And that's a really easy way to get some fresh greens and fruits. 1 minute, I'll just move that box. And I'll open up the next box. I should pause it, shouldn't I? Now, this one I think is called a juicing box. This looks interesting. It's everything you might like for juicing. And I wasn't planning to do juicing. I just thought this looks healthy. So this is a $30 box where you can get different items. And I just thought that would be really good for kind of 10 days ahead or 7 days, and then I can bring some back to Canberra. There's a big bunch of kale. I don't eat a lot of kale. I'm not one of those kale fashion people. That looks good, but that's a bit soft, the avo. Kale was such a big fashion, wasn't it? There's some fresh ginger. And we've got some carrots in there. Lots of beetroot. So that looks healthy. I didn't have much fruit with me or a lot of veg. So I thought I really need something like that. That will be healthy. Then I have the office fruit box. That's something new. They didn't have this during the COVID lockdown. This is a $30 box of, I think, 50 pieces of fruit. They have 10 pieces of each type of fruit and 5 different types. So that's really good if you have like an office or a family. And that works out at about 60 cents per piece of fruit. And I think that's a good order. I'll probably bring some of this back to Canberra with me. But that's a lot better than not having fruit. And then this is the last box. This home didn't have some potatoes, so I thought I'll pop some potatoes in the cupboard here for someone. And I'll get some nice fresh milk. You can get fresh milk in Nimmitabel, but why not get some extra milk? And then some more sweet potatoes. I think I ordered 2 kilos, 2 lots of 1 kilo bags. And they always seem to pop in 1 or 2 extra sweet potatoes. And then I've got this 5 kilo bag of brushed potatoes. So that'll be good to pop in the cupboard here for someone. So I've got quite a good collection here of various items and boxes of things. And that's a really good help for people who live in rural areas and need a bit of competition. That way Woolworths can't dominate the market, or Coles or Aldi. And you've got these trucks going through the Snowy Mountains, the far south coast, up to Burrawa, I think, up to Yass, competing with Woolies, competing with Coles and Aldi all the way, and people have more choice. And I think that's really important to have competition and choice, especially with inflation as it is. And people can choose all different things and get some variety for their family. And if people are not driving for whatever reason, then they have so much more choice. And the man driving the truck will walk it down to wherever you are and pop it on the front porch or the front steps, or he always knocks on the door. I think I was having a shower. But it's a great service. Here's a copy of my order here. They give you a docket. And of course your email has a receipt of your order and the price. They send you an email receipt. I've always found their service very, very good. And And it's a bit hard for me to show you the whole receipt for the cost of the shopping, but this shows that the juicing fruit box is $30 and the office fruit box is $30 too. The total for the shop is $95. You add on the delivery of 6 and then it all comes to $101.45. So that shows you how it works. Always have a look at the sales. The sales are quite good. And I think the fruit boxes are quite good deals. You can also get small, medium and large Aussie veg boxes and European veg boxes and Asian veg boxes. So I think it's a really good service to people, especially if you've got young children or you've got a disability or you're not driving or you're just feeling like being at home and being quiet, or you're on holiday and you want someone else to help you out. Okay, cheers, happy shopping.